Today I want to tell you a story with a twist, and the story is going to be about this watch, TAG Heuer Aquaracer, that I bought on eBay, and what happened after that. So I was thinking of buying TAG Heuer Aquaracer Quartz model for some time. I like the design, I like the size. It's not crazy big, it's like 41mm size, and the thickness is fine. So I was thinking about them as a beater watch for myself that I'm gonna wear for like any occasion, swimming, traveling, wherever I can do, and I think it's a perfect choice for that. But the problem was that I was thinking about buying this watch in the lockdown time. As you may know, we had a very strict lockdown here in Canada, and it wasn't easy to go anywhere and just try the watch and buy them because everything was closed. So I decided to buy it online, and I went to eBay. I had a good experience with eBay before. I bought a few watches from eBay sometime a while ago, and it was fine. Everything was fine. So I found the watch on eBay. The seller was reputable, and the price was good, cheaper than in stores here in Canada. They came from the States, so they came from New Jersey, I believe, and I had to pay customs for them, customs and HST, so it added to the price. I still saved some money from the retail price. So the watch came, everything looked great to me. I didn't notice any problem with the watch, but I must say that I wasn't really looking closely to the watch. I was pretty sure that watch is fine, looked good to me, and I started wearing it. The watch came with box and all usual stuff that you usually get when you're buying a watch. So everything was fine here. But then after some time spending with the watch, I have started noticing some minor things with the watch. For example, I noticed that bezel is misaligned on the watch. It's not like a really big deal because it happens even with more expensive watches. It was all during pandemic, so I couldn't go to the store. So I did a few nice shots and I put it on watch forum, and I asked should I go to service with this issue, and someone on the forum with really sharp eyes noticed that my back case, which actually was another thing that was a little bit suspicious for me, because the design of back case is slightly different from what they have right now in their collection, but I was assuming that this is just an older model and that what is used to be. And someone on the forum noticed that serial number of this watch is showing on the system on TAG Heuer, but it shows that this serial number belongs to the same watch, the same model, but with the black bezel and the black dial. And at this point, I was scared that I bought a fake. So I tried to contact the seller that sold me this watch, and all of a sudden he was gone from eBay. The whole store was gone from eBay. I was really surprised because this account, this store that sold me this watch, they were there from like 2009 or something. That was really old store with good reviews, and they were just gone. So I couldn't reach out to them. So I reached out to eBay and I asked them, guys, what should I do? They said, sorry, we already passed the return policy that we have. I believe it was 60 days or something. They have a return policy. Anyway, it was passed already, so I couldn't open a dispute. So that was the situation I ended up with, and I didn't know what to do. I have contacted the TAG Heuer service center in Canada, and they said that I can ship watch to them, I can send watch to them, and they will ship it somewhere to the States or wherever to examine the watch, and it will take like really long time. I really still had my hopes that the watch is not fake, but I just kind of accepted that it could be a fake. So I have decided just to wear a watch and enjoy them as much as I could. I was traveling with them, I was swimming with them, and they surprisingly performed pretty well. And at some point when I was traveling to Arizona, I bumped a few times on a door handle and I put some scratches on the bezel, like really deep scratches. At this point, my evil plan started to develop in my mind.
Here's the plan.
Meanwhile, I bought myself another TAG Heuer, another Quartz Aquaracer, but this time I bought it from a store in Toronto, from AD, from authorized dealer. And the funny thing, this watch also has slight misalignment on the bezel, which I noticed later on when I came home with them and I started looking at them very closely. I noticed that it has slight misalignment as well. And then when we had already opening after the pandemic, I was coming to stores with TAG Heuers, and I saw that some of them have similar problems. And I was actually taking side by side the same model, and I didn't see any difference with the watch. So that was really confusing time for me. But anyway, and the interesting thing happened later. At the end of last August or beginning of September, the watch started showing me that the battery is dying. Second hand was jumping over 4 seconds, which means that the battery is dying and I had to replace the battery. I was actually really happy to see it because my evil plan could come together finally.
Right.
So I went to the TAG Heuer store, to the TAG Heuer boutique in Toronto, in Yorkdale Mall, and I gave them the watch and I said, guys, I need the battery replacement of the watch, and asked them to check out for me how much would be to replace the bezel. Because it was damaged, if you remember. So they took the watch with no problem and they sent it to the TAG Heuer service center in Canada here. After 3 weeks, I got invoice from the TAG Heuer service center with the price for the bezel replacement and with the price for the battery replacement. So in total, it was coming down to 300 Canadian dollars, including tax already, including our HST already. So it wasn't that bad. But I was curious why they didn't say anything about the watch and about the difference with serial number. So I called them. And I called them and I say, guys, thank you for sending me invoice, but can you please take a look at the watch and tell me what's going on? Because serial number is not matching with the model. According to the serial number on your system, it shows me that the watch supposed to be with the black bezel and the black dial. And I explained that I bought it on eBay, and they said, yes, this is all look very suspicious. So they said they're gonna investigate it. After a week or so, they got back to me and they said, no worries, the watch is authentic. We don't know how to explain the situation with the serial number. It's really strange. But the watch is authentic and we're gonna perform all the work that we usually perform on the watch. So I signed the invoice, I paid the invoice, and after a few months I got my watch from TAG Heuer Canada with the new bezel, with the new battery, with the all work they usually perform when they replace batteries, with all like gaskets replacement and waterproof test. Everything was done according to the invoice. And I couldn't be more happy with the outcome. So according to TAG Heuer, it is a real watch, it is authentic TAG Heuer, otherwise they would not perform any work on this watch in their service center. So I got my updated watch with the assurance that it is authentic TAG Heuer Aquaracer Quartz model. So here's the story. You can take from the story wherever you want. It's just, for me, it's a lesson that it's better, it is peace of mind, and it's always better to buy a watch from authorized dealer, even online, but from authorized dealer versus buying on eBay or any other online platform. So it looks like I ended up with somewhat unique Aquaracer model with different serial number. I still don't know how that happened. I have no explanation why it's different, but here it is. Here's the story. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye now.